Other traditions, spiritual paths have varying views. Some indigenous spiritualities, for example, have long traditions of ancestral veneration and communion, seeing it as a natural and beneficial part of life. Certain Eastern traditions may incorporate practices that involve interacting with various spiritual beings, often with an emphasis on discernment and proper ritual to ensure beneficial outcomes. Magical and witchcraft perspectives. So saying you're a pagan or a Wiccan, I've always looked at as a generalization of kind of craft your own deity and, not deity, your own pantheon of gods. Chaos magic is big on that. Finding what works for you, and whether or not that's media or pop culture or other long dead religions or symbolism. Those are useful ways to connect with your higher self in the universe, because ultimately, especially in my truth, all gods are one God. All sources, all rivers lead to the sea. Everything goes back to the Big Bang, the beginning of the universe, when we were all one entity, one molecule or singular thing. So within magical traditions, the act of communing with spirits is often seen as a legitimate and sometimes essential practice. However, there's a strong emphasis on discernment, protection, and ethical conduct. The perceived goodness or evil of the act depends on a few different things. The nature of the spirit. Practitioners distinguish between benevolent spirits, ancestral, nature, deities, spirit guides, and malevolent or mischievous entities. The intent of the practitioner. The purpose of the communication matters. Is it for healing, guidance, wisdom, or is it for manipulative or harmful purposes? Methods used. Responsible practices often involve clear boundaries, protections, and respectful interaction, while reckless or ill-intentioned approaches are seen as inviting trouble. So from this perspective, communing with spirits isn't inherently evil or damning. Instead, the risk lies in improper practice, lack of protection, or engaging with entities that have a negative intent to begin with. So, like if you were going to use a demonic sigil to contact a demon to help with love and protection, this might not go so well for you because your intentions are already ill from begin with from the entity that you're contacting. So clear intentions are extremely important. Before any spirit work, be absolutely clear about your purpose, the kind of energy, and the information or energy you're seeking. Practices like meditation, deep breathing, and visualizing roots extending into the earth help stabilize your energy and connect to your physical body, making you less susceptible to unwanted influence by grounding and centering. Purification and cleansing. Cleanse yourself and your space beforehand and use methods like ritual baths, smoke cleansing like herbs like sage, palo santo, or frankincense, or sound cleansing using bells or singing bowls. Create sacred space and wards. Cast a circle. This is something you see a lot in pop culture. A common practice is to create a protective circle physically with salt, chalk, or energetically with visualization using like a knife, anathema, or a wand to create a contained sacred space that only allows desired energies in and keeps unwanted ones out, like a filter. Wards and amulets. Placing protective objects, iron, salt, specific crystals like black tourmaline, obsidian, or witch bottles around your space, or wearing protective amulets can create energetic barriers. Symbolic protection, using symbols or icons like a pentacle or a crucifix or runes or sigils or statues of Buddha. Those can create energetic shield and harmonies in your space to keep out the bad. In with the good, out with the bad. Establish boundaries, clear communication. Clearly state your boundaries and what you will and will not tolerate from any spirit or entity, elemental or deity that you interact with. Calling on higher powers, like invoking a deity, ancestral spirits, spirit guides, or benevolent forces you work with to assist, can help with protection and discernment. Never give unconditional permission. This goes for human beings as well as spirits and entities and energy forms. Do not invite spirits into your personal space or energy field without clear conditions and the ability to revoke access. So discernment and testing. Ask for identification from any sort of spirit or entity. Test their nature. Many traditions suggest testing spirits by asking them to confirm something considered sacred or true to your path. Do you serve the highest good? Are you of the light? A deceptive spirit may falter or leave. Trust your intuition is the most important part, like it is in life in general. Pay attention to how you feel. If a spirit feels off, negative, or draining, cease communication immediately. Physical sensations, emotional shifts, or a sense of unease are important indicators. Banishment and dismissal. This is an important one. Have an exit plan. Formal banishing rituals. After communication, perform a banishing ritual, such as the lesser banishing ritual, or a pentagram ceremonial ritual, or simple visualization of unwanted energy leaving your space to clear your space and ensure all energies depart. Clear dismissal. Clearly and firmly dismiss the spirits, thanking them for their presence, if appropriate, and explicitly closing the energetic connection. Cleanse yourself and your space again after the work is done. Now, one might think that you could hijack or use or abuse entities or spirits or elementals or energy forms. I mean, buyer beware, buy the ticket, take the ride. You have been warned. Anything that can be done can be undone, and anything that can be used to heal can also be used to harm. So be careful what you wish for. Consider the ethics. Be respectful in your interactions. Treat all spirits with respect, even if they are just being used to set boundaries. Do no harm. Adhere to ethical principles that prevent harm to yourself and others, and avoid demanding or coercing. Do not attempt to force or coerce spirits, as this can lead to negative consequences and repercussions. Look on Google, do your own research. I'm not going to get into that. The key takeaway is that conscious, prepared, and ethical engagement with spirits, coupled with robust protection practices, is viewed as a responsible way to explore these realms within many magical traditions. Recklessness or ill intent, however, carries significant risk. Now, I'm not going to perform any spirit talking, magic, or rituals on camera. That's just not something I want to include you all on. It's part of my sacred and personal life, but I will set some shit on fire for you now. We're going to set all these candles on fire because watching me light them all is going to be very boring. And here we are. Whoa. Remember when you burn this much shit? Have a fire extinguisher and a reliable source of water nearby, or you will hurt yourself or possibly burn your apartment down. Don't do that. So, we're going to take our whispers and secrets, our runes, in my case, my personal rune, earth, air, fire, water, across light and dark, order and disorder, love, surrounding healing energy, and then protection at the crown. All right. All that is visible must grow beyond itself and extend into the realm of the invisible. Be kind, rewind, as we used to say in the 80s about VHS tapes. Look within. God is in us, whether that's Jesus, Buddha, Allah, Krishna, Chuck E. Cheese, the universe, your higher self. The world ends with you. If you want to enjoy life, you've got to push out your boundaries as far as they'll go. So above, as is below, so mote it be, blessed be. Yea, God. Till all are one. Till all are one. Whoa. Oh, Bernie, 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 Bernie. Bad place to go, Bernie.
Oh.
Blah.